Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is gonna be on Beetlejuice. Okay, now, the first Beetlejuice is a bona fide classic. I love that movie. And when they announced that they were gonna do a Beetlejuice 2, 30 some years later, I literally rolled my eyes. Like, can't y'all think of something else to do? I mean, come on. We need some original content out there. But they started stacking the cast. Michael Keaton coming back. Jenna Ortega, which is friggin' awesome. I got excited. But it's really not needed, in my opinion. When they start doing sequels 30, 20, 40 years later, to me, it's unnecessary. But I was excited for this, but I had a feeling it was going to be bad. And was it any good? Yes! This movie was awesome! I was really surprised, guys. I really didn't think this was going to be any good. But it felt like a Beetlejuice sequel. It didn't feel like they were trying too hard. It felt like how it's supposed to feel. It felt fun. It was a fun movie to watch. Now, I do have to say, did it have the magic that the first Beetlejuice has? No, it doesn't. The first original Beetlejuice had a certain something to it. And most movies, their first movie is that way. They have a certain magic to them, and you can't take that away with any sequel. Now, sequels can be better. Aliens, Empire Strikes Back, stuff like that. Sequels can be better than the original, and I say better in a very loose way. I'm not saying that Empire Strikes is better than Star Wars. I'm just saying because it's all the same to me when it comes to the original trilogy. But Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie. And I have a feeling that they're going to do a third one, and they're going to call it Beetlejuice. Mark my words. Because this movie's going to make money, because the word of mouth is that this movie is good. And you will have a good time watching it. Everybody does wonderful in this movie. Jenna Ortega, of course, is like top tier acting, so she, of course, was great. Michael Keaton nailed it as Beetlejuice. It feels like him, just like he was in the first movie. So I was really happy for that. All the Tim Burtonisms are all there for you. And Winona Ryder, now I will say that some of her acting in this movie did feel a little wonky to me. I don't know why. Maybe she's just getting older. Maybe she's losing it a little bit. But it wasn't terrible, and it wasn't anything that took me out of the movie at all. And I thought the lady that played her mom did a great job. She came back for this movie, and I thought she felt like the original character. So she did great. She was funny. And that's the thing about this movie. It may not have had the magic of the first one, but it definitely had the laughs. And I found myself giggling throughout the whole entire movie, but actually busting out laughing in a lot of moments. And the humor felt natural. It never felt forced. It just felt like a true Beetlejuice sequel. Maybe 30 years later, and a lot of people are going to be unhappy with this movie, and I understand why. The sequel should have been done 30 years ago. But of course, we're in different times now, so things are going to look different and feel a little different. But they used a lot of practical effects. Some of the CGI was a little wonky too. I have to admit, when they did the sandworms, I have to admit that I didn't like the CGI they put on it. I wish they would have done, just stop motion animation like they did with a lot of stuff in this movie. I wish they kind of combined it with some CGI and stop motion, I mean. And that's okay, but I feel like they missed the mark on that one. But other than that, man, this was a great time. Had fun in the theater. It was a packed house. Everybody was having fun, it felt like. We all laughed together at all the same moments. I say definitely go out and see this movie in the theater. It is very fun. It's fun for the whole family. Even though there are some raunchy jokes in there, just remember that. Just remember who Beetlejuice is from the first movie, and you'll understand what I'm saying. But they never go over the top. There were two villains in this movie, and that threw me off a little bit. You know, you think it's this one person and it ends up being another person, and they're both kind of villains, but they get taken care of like in an instant, and that's it. But the movie's really about Beetlejuice and how he deals with all these situations. I'm telling you guys, it felt like the whole theater had a lot of fun. So I think you would too. But it's not all about what I think. What do you think? What do you think about the original Beetlejuice? It's a classic for me. I love that movie. But have you seen Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice, do you plan on watching it? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!